Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. In this video, I decided to talk about two important things in design, architectural design, form and function. And I have a question here that which one is important? Or it's better to ask which one is more important? So to answer this question, let me talk about a quote which was form follows function. This quote was from Louis Sullivan from Chicago School, one of the modern architecture schools. But nowadays, this quote maybe is not followed as it was at that time, or late 19th and early 20th century. But still, I always recommend that we should learn from the past and use everything was useful in our designs nowadays. So after this, I need to make an example to better clarify this. For example, let's say if we are asked to design a fire station, and it will be different than, for example, a building which is for a cultural building or library or with a different use. So first of all, we should take a look at our project and the building and what is the function of this building, the use for this building. For a fire station operates towards life saving, and in life saving, seconds becomes important. So we are talking about seconds of responding. When you call the fire department, they will arrive in less than 2 minutes, sometimes 1 minute. So this is so important. Emergency first responders are fire departments. Even sometimes they show up even earlier than police or ambulance. So this is so important that, for example, if we have this street and if this is located here, this is important that we have enough space for this. And you may have seen on the street the signs that no car should be parking here. So they must be able to exit and have access. So the location of this building in the neighborhood is so important. Here's the elevation. So you may have seen they have very big doors with the fire truck. And then, for example, if we have a mezzanine over here, and here we have the stairs, and here the resting area or whatever it is. So the important thing is that whatever happens inside this building is that responding is important. So the people who are working in this fire department station must be able to access their fire truck and then drive to the that specific part of the city that something happened in seconds. So it's important, it's so important that we consider the function in priority in our design. Or another example will be a hospital, for example. Hospital, which is a healthcare facility, it's so important that again function becomes first. It's in priority. And even for example, the material is more important than the form. The material should be appropriate, durable, and for the finishes, for example, because of the sanitation, they must be durable finishes. And so we have some basics for a hospital to be designed. So we have the reception. So I show it in diagram. So we have the reception and admission, and then we have outpatients and inpatients. So inpatients stay longer overnight, but on the other hand, we have the outpatients may be sent home on the same day, so they will not they won't just stay overnight. And then we have other requirements for diagnostic areas, and also like treatments. So these are the areas which will impact the design, because this form should follow the function 100%. So function is the first priority. Then we have, for the longer staying patients, we have surgical requirements, medical. But both of them, outpatients and inpatients, will need pharmacy, and also after that for post-hospital care. So this diagram shows a very general requirements and basics for the hospital and healthcare facility design. For example, if I want to design this building, I should consider that I need an area for admission. I'm not saying that everyone should follow this, but this is the basic approach to design this hospital using this diagram. I need this area for the admission. Then I will need a diagnostic area. Or maybe a first diagnostic area. Then to decide if they are going to stay overnight or not. And then here maybe we can have a medical care. Then we have research and teaching, and also surgical area. So if we consider a building entrance from here, which functions both for public and the ambulances, And then you will see that to design a hospital, we don't have that flexibility and freedom in design, because we should consider all these functions inside this building, and this is in priority. But consider these two examples, fire station and hospital, compared with a building which is, for example, a cultural building, or like libraries, schools, auditoriums, and etc. An example like will be let's say in these buildings we need the form to represent the function, but it's not, the function is not in priority. It is important, it is so important, but the form is much more important, because sometimes this cultural building becomes the representative of a city. It becomes the representative of the identity of a country, even sometimes. I will give you an example. For example, I will draw this. This may look familiar. This is the Haydar Aliyev Center in Azerbaijan, and this was designed by Zaha Hadid. In this building, you can see how the form is so important for the architect. And this building is very famous because of its form. And it became so much important because of its form, because it meant to be. And I'm not saying that this building is not functioning well, not at all. What I say is that in this building, the form was much more important. And I'm sure that whatever is happening inside the building is functioning very well, as good as the exterior and the form of this building. But what I'm trying to say for this building is that its form was in priority. Because of that, we all know this building and we know where it is located. And so in this example, form is more important. I hope that this video was helpful for you. Please write comments for me. I'm going to provide more lessons and upload more videos for you. Thank you so much for listening to this. Have a great time.